The story of Shadow begins in a way that is both ordinary and extraordinary. It is a tale that weaves together mystery, loyalty, and the unbreakable bond between a family and their newfound companion. So let's dive in and discover the enchanting journey of Shadow. It all began on a chilly autumn morning when the Peterson family visited the local animal shelter. They were looking for a loyal companion, something to bring more life to their quiet home. As they strolled through rows of barking dogs, a peculiar canine caught their attention. The dog was unlike any other. It had sleek, dark fur with an unusual pattern that looked almost like camouflage. Its piercing amber eyes seemed to hold a mysterious intelligence. Despite its intimidating appearance, the dog was calm, sitting silently while the other dogs barked and wagged their tails. "Sarah Peterson, look at him. He's so quiet, almost like he's watching us. Mr. Peterson," to shelter volunteer. "This one's a stray," shelter volunteer. "Found wandering near the forest. No collar, no chip, and nobody's come looking for him. But he's been surprisingly well behaved." The family decided to adopt the mysterious dog, naming him Shadow. Shadow quickly adapted to his new surroundings, showing incredible loyalty and intelligence. He seemed to understand commands almost instinctively, and his behavior was impeccable. However, there were strange moments that made the Petersons uneasy. At night, Shadow would stand by the window, staring into the darkness as if he were guarding the house. Once Mrs. Peterson found him in the backyard, digging in the same spot repeatedly, though nothing was buried there. And despite being friendly with the family, Shadow was wary of strangers, growling low whenever someone unfamiliar approached. The turning point came a month after they brought Shadow home. Sarah had taken him for a routine checkup at the local vet. Dr. Jenkins, a seasoned veterinarian, examined Shadow closely. As he scanned Shadow's body, his expression changed. "Dr. Jenkins, this isn't an ordinary dog." Dr. Jenkins called Mr. Peterson into the examination room. "Dr. Jenkins, I need to run a few tests. There's something unusual about Shadow's behavior and physical characteristics." The family agreed, though they were puzzled. Hours later, Dr. Jenkins called Mr. Peterson back to the clinic, his voice urgent. When they arrived, he didn't waste time with pleasantries. "Dr. Jenkins, Mr. Peterson, I need to inform you that I've contacted the authorities." Mr. Peterson: "Authorities? Why? What's going on?" Dr. Jenkins: "Shadow's not just a stray dog. He's been surgically altered. His fur pattern isn't natural and there's a small microchip embedded in his neck. But it's not the kind we use for pet identification. This chip is military grade." The room fell silent as the weight of the vet's words sank in. Before they could process the information, a team of officers entered the clinic. One of them, dressed in a plain suit, introduced himself as Agent Marks. "Agent Marks, we've been tracking Shadow for weeks. He's not an ordinary dog. He's part of a classified program, a highly trained military canine used for reconnaissance and intelligence. He went missing during a mission." Mrs. Peterson: "But he's been with us. He's been nothing but loyal and loving." Agent Marks: "These dogs are trained to adapt and survive. Shadow must have bonded with your family as a survival mechanism, but he's carrying sensitive information and we need to retrieve it." Shadow, sensing the tension, stood protectively in front of Sarah. His amber eyes were fixed on the agents, his stance alert. Agent Marks: "Shadow, it's okay, boy. We're here to take you home." To everyone's astonishment, Shadow didn't move. Instead, he nudged Sarah gently and let out a soft whine, as if to say goodbye. Sarah Peterson: "He's been protecting us this whole time." Agent Marks: "Shadow's a hero, but he has duties beyond this. You've given him a safe haven, and for that we're grateful." With heavy hearts, the Petersons said their goodbyes. Shadow followed the agents, glancing back one last time at the family that had shown him kindness. Weeks later, the Petersons received a letter from Agent Marks. Inside was a photo of Shadow in a military vest, standing proudly next to his handler. The letter thanked the family for their role in sheltering a national asset. Agent Marks, VO: "Shadow completed his mission, but it's clear he's also left a lasting impact on your family." The Petersons kept the photo on their mantelpiece, a reminder of the extraordinary dog who had walked into their lives and left as a hero.